Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and thanks so much for watching. I'm here with a tutorial featuring the Balm Voyage palette by the Balm. I have another tutorial on this with bright colors, bright complementary colors. This one's more of a warm berry neutrals look. So this and the other look are my two favorite looks to achieve with this palette. This palette is great for eyebrows, eyeshadow, and lip and cheek products. And that being said, I have a full in-depth review with swatches of all these colors, and I'm going to link that down below as well as my other tutorial. I think this look is a little bit intense on the cheeks, but otherwise super wearable, and you can kind of tailor that to your liking. But otherwise, I really hope you enjoy this tutorial. Please remember to thumbs up and subscribe if you like it, and yeah, if you'd like to know how to achieve this look, please keep on watching. Okay, so I'm already wearing a thin layer of foundation and some warm bronzer on my cheeks and around my hairline. So we're gonna do the eyes, and for a primer and color base, I'm gonna be going in with Milani's Shadow Eyes 12-Hour Wear Eyeshadow Pencil in number 10 Almond Cream. If you're used to using things like MAC's Paint Pot and Painterly or something like that for a primer, then you'll really like this. This is cheaper, this is cruelty free, so I recommend it as an eyeshadow base. So I'm just gonna draw it onto my lid and then blend it out with a brush. You always want to blend out your base, so if you put it all over the lid, that should be enough product to blend out up to the brow bone. And you don't need a primer under this. It acts as a primer because it's crease proof, and it says 12-hour wear, but I found it to be longer last time I used it. So just like in my other tutorial using the Balm Voyage palette, I'm going to use this to do my brows. My other look had more of a cool tone to the eyes, so I used B3, this like mauvey gray shade for my brows. Today I'm doing like a warmer look, so I'm gonna mix C3 and B3 together, the brown and the gray, to do my eyebrows. And I usually do eyeshadow primer and stuff after my brows, but I don't know. So just kind of tapping it in both those shades. Okay, so now that my brows are done, we're gonna go in with a base shadow. For this, I'm going to use B1, this matte cream color shade, and for that, I'm using my e.l.f. shader brush. Oh. So then I'm gonna go in with my fluffy Inglot blending brush. This is a 4SS brush. I'm gonna link all their products down below as usual. And then I'm gonna go in with C3. It's a mid-tone brown transition shade. I kind of wish there were a warmer brown in this palette, but no need to worry. We're just gonna warm it up with some pink afterwards.
And it's just windshield wiper motions, and I'm going all the way across here. It's not a cat eye, so I'm not trying to really concentrate it so much on the outer corner or anything. It's gonna be like a nice diffused look, so don't be afraid to like just keep blending it out.
So then I'm gonna warm it up a bit with this light satin pink. It's D2, and I'm just gonna take it on the same brush, but I'm gonna hold it at the end of the handle so I get a lighter hand with it, and it just kind of gives it a wash of pink over that. For an inner corner highlight, I'm gonna be using this shade, C1. It's a very light, almost white gold. And I'm also going to be using that as a brow bone highlight, and I'm just taking that on my e.l.f. shader brush. This look isn't very precise, so just do this basically. Blend out the edge between the transition shade and the brow bone highlight. I'm going to take that fluffy blending brush again and just quickly go over that so there are no harsh lines. Okay, so now I'm going to take a pinched blending brush. See how it's kind of more narrow than the other one? And I'm going to use this for the outer V. And when I'm doing like very diffused looks, I usually use this kind of brush for the outer V. So we're just going to go in with C4. It's a shimmery red color. I love this color for the outer V when I'm doing this kind of look. I'm just going to tap it pretty lightly and then wiggle it in the outer corner of the lid. and like a little bit into the crease, and then we're gonna blend it out with the bigger fluffy brush. And then I'm adding a little bit more color. It's better to start off with a little bit of color and then build it up. And believe me, like, I know what it's like to just want to go in with a lot of color. Like, just don't do it. Because even when I'm doing a really bold look, I'll still start off with just like a lot less color than I know I'll want, just because it blends out easier when you do it that way. Taking the fluffier blending brush again and just kind of blending that reddish shade a little bit onto the lid and a little bit into the crease, and making it look all nice and soft and diffused. I've decided it needs a little bit more of that dark red shade. Finally, for the eyes, we're going to take the e.l.f. shader brush once again, and I'm going in with D3, which is a bit of like a muted shimmery gold. And I'm just patting that on the center of the lid, because if you put a shimmery light color on the center of the lid, it's going to accentuate the poppy, what am I trying to say? Like, that's the part of your eye that comes forward the most, so if you highlight that part, it's going to make your eyes pop and give it more dimension. I used to think that, like, whenever a beauty guru would say, like, this is gonna give your eye more dimension, like that they were just making it up or something, that they didn't actually know what that meant. But now that I know what that means, like, it's real. Real for me anyway. I don't know if it made any sense to you. Now, you can either do like a cat eye winged liner, you could do no eyeliner, or you could do a smudged out brown eyeliner, which is what I think I want to do. So I'm gonna take this Julep Kajal eye glider. It's like a double-sided thing, and one of the sides is brown. Admittedly, the black side is really good. The brown side is meh. But yeah, it'll do as like a smudge stick kind of thing. Just like in the waterline, I wish it would kind of be a little bit more pigmented when I'm trying to use it for the waterline. But anyway, so I'm gonna curl my lashes first, because that's just how I do it. I feel like curling your lashes after the liner can ruin it sometimes. Even though after you do your eyeliner, it kind of pushes down the curl, oh well. I'm just gonna hold it like horizontally and kind of press very close to the lash line. If you didn't know, like kohl eyeliners or kajal liners, they're meant to be smudged out or used in the waterline, so it doesn't have to be perfect when you apply it. We're not trying to get a we're not trying to get a clean, crisp line with this. So if you can tell, like, it's just not perfect at all. But that's okay, because what we're gonna do is take a pencil brush and this dark brown eyeshadow right here in the palette. It's number B4, and just very lightly tap it in there. And we're gonna go over the line that we made with the eyeliner, and at the same time kind of smudge it out, while the eyeshadow will help to make it a little bit more diffused. And I'm keeping it pretty close to the lash line. I don't want the eyeliner to be thick, I just kind of want it to define the eye. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just apply a top coat of mascara, or coat of mascara on my top lashes. This is Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara. I only apply one coat of this. It's like so thick, the formula, in a good way, but if you apply more than one coat, then it kind of weighs your lashes down and makes them clump up a bit. So, I mean, if you're into that, go for it. I just only like to apply one coat of this. Now that the top half of the eyes are pretty much done, I'm gonna go ahead and apply concealer in the usual spots. I'm applying a lighter shade, so it's gonna highlight me. I'm gonna do under the eyes, down the bridge of the nose, forehead, center of the chin, and the cupid's bow, as per usual. Okay, now I'm just going to set that with NYX HD Studio Photogenic Finishing Powder. This will ensure that my concealer under my eyes doesn't crease and that the concealer in my T-zone doesn't like move around and get patchy. Although that can be unavoidable sometimes, like when you get sweaty or you've been wearing your makeup for a really long time, but this will help really prolong the wear time. Okay, so with this look, I kind of like to apply a pair of half lashes, which for me, I just use, a cheap pair of lashes that I cut in half. I'm just gonna apply those real quick. Okay, now that's the finished eye look. I'm being really like, this is not how I should do this, but this is how I'm showing you. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use just a smidge of this color, Second Officer, on my cheeks, and just a smidge of Captain on my lips. And since these are stains, they're gonna act as a good base if you just use a little bit of it. So I'm taking a stippling brush for my cheeks. This is by Real Techniques. The stippling brush is good for these products because, first of all, you're not gonna get a lot on the brush because of how the bristles are. And second of all, the bristles are plasticky, so they're good to use with cream products. So I'm just going to literally tap it. Actually, I kind of like the way it's turning out. Okay, I'm getting a little experimental here. I'm gonna contour first because why did I not contour already? Okay, I'm using Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in light to medium on a Real Techniques blush brush. And just to give it a touch more glow and intensity, I'm going to take a more pinky, mauvey with gold undertones pigment. This is from Greece. It's called Radiant. Really, any blush that you have that has some glow in it, or you can add a highlighter over it, as long as it has like some purple and some gold in there, will really go well with this look. Right, now I'm just going to take my foundation sponge and just dab it over the areas where I think I put too much pigment. It's usually like when I get it too close to the nose. And I'm just going to take a touch of Mary Luminizer by the Balm. And this is a highlighter. And I'm just going to take a tap of it and put it on the highest points of my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on my forehead, and my Cupid's bow. Okay, finally for the lips, we're gonna take this shade Captain, and I'm going to put that all over my lips. You know what? Wipe off your lip balm first, kids. You know what? I know I said that I was just going to use this as a base because I didn't like the shade for the look, but I lied. I normally do this look with like an ombre lip, kind of like a light color in the center, like a really light beige, fading out into a deep red, because I kind of try to keep this look a bit monochromatic with like the deep mauvey red berry tones. But I decided that I really like how it looks with the Captain shade of the lip stain. And yeah, so I'm gonna leave it like that. So this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to thumbs up and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at CatEyeSophie. I post new looks pretty much every day. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.